Hi, my name is Pete Ceglinski. I'm the CEO and co-founder at Seabin. And so this is a Seabin. I'll just press go. So a Seabin sits in the water like a cross between a trash can and a pool skimmer. We skim the surface 10 millimeters for floating trash, microplastics, oil, surface pollutants, and just anything floating in the water. We're getting microplastics from 2 millimeters. We've employed full-time enviro technicians that look after the Seabins 5 days a week. We're collecting a lot of data, and we're finding a lot of microplastics, plastic fibers, and this type of thing. We'll just hit the next slide. So in July 2020, we stopped selling Seabins and we started cleaning up cities. Our business model is now completely data-driven. So we sell impact data to our clients, ranging from private business to multinationals to government agencies. So it's currently the decade of ocean science. We have a 10-year plan that corresponds to this. United Nations Environment Program, we seek inspiration and are lightly working with them with conferences and other things. The SDG goals we align with sustainable cities and communities, and then for our foundation we use Life Below Water. We're also working with environmental protection agencies around the world for methodology and best practices of how to address floating plastic pollution. We lead with data, prevention, education, and the byproduct is cleanup. So this is a Seabin on the left here. Of each unit per year, 481 million litres of water, 2 tonnes of microplastics and marine litter captured, and 3 million plastic items. We package the Seabins using daily operations, services, maintenance, data analysis, education prevention programs, data reporting, community and volunteer programs. So this is a snapshot of our Sydney operations. We have the Seabin units across the harbour. We employ there is 2 enviro techs. We have a lab, a science lab with 2 full-time scientists, and then we do water quality, citizen science, volunteer, corporate sessions, cleanups, school presentations and outreach. This is just a snapshot of some of the citizen scientists that are volunteering their time with us weekly, fortnightly and monthly. And a snapshot of our partners who we're literally working with while we sort of transition the business model to be state or federally funded, but using the data to do this. So the bycatch since June 2020 is less than 1%. The inorganic and organic fluctuates, but the organic matter is completely contaminated. So what we do with the waste is it goes to landfill recycling because there is no commercially viable treatment or technology here in Australia. So parking tickets, we encountered a governance issue quite early on, and so all the red dots are parking tickets that were issued, and the blue dots are the Seabins where we've captured them. So this is a parking ticket on the right. You can see on the circle it has City of Sydney, which is the issuing authority, then it has a date, time of offence, and then street locations. So essentially using this as geotagging and then mapping the Sydney city area catchment, stormwater catchments, because it's the stormwater drains. So from here on the top left, we saw that the massive parking tickets was really focused on the city, and only 2% came from up the river. So so the problem really happens in the city where it's stormwater drains just feeding right into the harbour of Sydney. And so how we use the data, so we're starting to look at trends and patterns. So since July 2020, 1,000 plastic bags, and then 21, 5,800, 9,400, and so it's starting to really rise. And then how do we apply that to, say, government-funded initiatives like plastic bags? Well, we have a monitoring capabilities, single-use plastic items, PPE. This is really interesting. We started to see spikes in litter directly related to the COVID waves that were happening as well. Soft plastics, we're getting 1,100 of those per day. Unidentified soft plastics, food wrappers, plastic bags. And so what we've done is created a pollution index with 1 being the best and 11 being the worst. Plastic per litre. So one plastic item in every 2,432 litres will give you a pollution index of 5. LA sits at an 8, Sydney Harbour sits at a 5, and we have spots where there are a 6, and a 6 looks like this. So before, after the debris that we pulled out and the debris that we've separated. So what we've done is we've built the world's first microplastics and ocean health research lab of its kind. It's located in Sydney. We have 2 full-time scientists that are working there Monday to Friday, Carly and Talia. And so this is how we're essentially getting a little bit better at the data. Sorry, 1 second. And then to finish up with, literally, we can't pilot project our way out of a microplastics and marine litter crisis. And so where do we go from here? So for us, it's scaling up, getting state and federal funding, and partnering for success. Thank you.